like to thank God.
Jesus Christ! In the name of Jesus Christ!
Don't you ever say Jesus' name in vain again.
And I put that on my squad in the name of Jesus Christ!
Alright, 3, 2, 1.
And everybody, welcome back. No.
Alright, 3, 2, 1. Welcome everybody back to the Built Different podcast. We are back, and I don't know the fucking episode number. Engage to the fucking money, baby. Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ. Welcome everybody back to the Built Different podcast. This is episode 17 of Off the Backboard, and as always, I'm here with Matt Heart Attack. V-Man, hit him over the head.
We gotta change names out here, bro.
Fat Matt. No. No. But that just kills me. No, but we're back with another episode. The off season's continuing on. We're in the summer league now, so finally basketball is getting played again. So what we're gonna do?
Came back faster than football. Like damn,
bro. Football's off season takes fucking forever, forever and a day. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk a little bit of summer league. We won't go too much because obviously it just started. There's not too much to talk about yet. I mean, only like 1 or 2 games per team.
Wemby got dunked on.
Yeah, Wemby got dunked. Wemby apparently had no idea what he was doing. We're going to go over some trade rumors. We're going to talk about the 76ers. We're going to talk about the Clippers. We're going to talk about Dame and that whole crazy situation. We're going to talk about the best off seasons, the worst off seasons. Matt has a surprise ranking for us that we're going to be, doing that weekly. And we're going to talk about the Built Different Athlete of the Week, which we'll get there. We'll get there. It's going to be a surprise. Like Rajon Rondo was the first one. For whatever fucking reason, this one's just as random. So,
because Rondo was random as fuck.
All right, so summer league, fellas.
Good things about Rondo.
Yeah, right. Because Rondo's career was like great, shitty, great, shitty, great, shitty, all the way down the fucking board. Random chip with the Lakers, shitty. So summer league, Victor Wembanyama, he finally debuted. He didn't play the first game that they had, but he did play the second game. And honestly, he looked like shit, but we're not going to...
Right, whoa.
I'm not saying,
Hey, man, he still blocked 5 shots.
Yeah, calm down.
Oh, yeah, but, for me, it's we can't really take anything from that game because it looked like he was just out there to play a game of pickup. He didn't really give a shit.
It's a summer league. It's a summer league.
My thing is, it's not just a summer league game.
Right.
That was his first game here
as a pro, in America, yeah.
You feel me? He's
it's his second, third,
because
he had a few games against Scoot Henderson's team last year.
Yeah. But it's still, regardless, he's used to the overseas style of basketball.
Yeah,
that's why when he says he didn't really know what he was doing, I'm guessing that's where that's coming from.
No, you can go.
He hasn't practiced much with the Spurs. I think he's only had 5.
Who's there to practice with?
No, I mean the team.
Shit, all the dudes on the summer league team is damn near his teammates.
No, yeah, the Spurs are pretty fucking young.
Oh fuck!
But the Spurs, they've only had a few off-season tryouts. Is crazy, but they've only had a few off-season practices so far. So he's still getting his feet wet, like you said. So for the people that are out there kind of shitting on him, I would ask that you fucking chill out.
Well, the thing is, for me too, though, it's just he just got off of the tournament 3 weeks ago over there in France, so he's still he's tired. He played all year. He just finished the tournament out there, so he just got off.
He was in 3 different leagues for a year straight.
And then also
traveled the world hooping, busting people's ass
in the NBA town. Just the American town alone. Guys over here, they might not be as skilled as the competition he was going off over there, right now. But, bro, everyone over here is way more athletic. So he's going against people who are moving their feet heavy, are flying around left and right.
I would argue
over there, they're more stable, and they have more of a structured and big-bodied play. But over here, people are flying left and right, so he might just get dunked on every now and again. It's fine.
Everybody gets dunked on.
Fine.
And he's tall as shit. Everyone's going to look for it.
How many times has Giannis been dunked on?
Mad time.
I can't even count on both my hands.
He got dunked on by Hazonia. I remember that.
LeBron got dunked on.
That was the best Knicks moment of the year. Was when Hazonia fucking dunked on Giannis.
Like, everybody gets dunked on.
Yeah.
Fucking Valanciunas dunked on LeBron that one time. That was pretty nuts. Fuck Valanciunas, that's a random ass name, man. He's still on the Pelicans. That's crazy.
Good for him. He
still chucking and shit.
Taking too many shots.
He's going 4 for 17 in the playoffs.
Hey, one out of those 5 games,
he has 20 rebounds.
One out of those 5 games, he'll put up a 30-piece though, so it's okay.
But yeah, I mean, it's like you said, Matt. I mean, I would argue. Oh yeah, this episode is sponsored by Mountain Dew Baja Blast. Please sponsor us. We need some money.
Don't copyright us for this.
But now, Baja Blast might be the best soda of all time.
Yeah, we're not actually sponsored by them, so don't copyright us.
Best soda of all time?
Best Mountain Dew of all time.
You're a Crush guy? The Grape Crush? Grape Crush? It's in my top 3.
Orange and grape are top 5 for me.
Yeah, that's fair. We're talking about anything but
my fault, guys.
But yeah, so don't take any stock in this. Like Matt said, even though I kind of disagree a little bit when you said they're more talented overseas.
No, I'm saying than the summer league guys.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's
the
fair.
people he's going against right now.
Fair.
They're just more fundamentally sound.
Yeah, they're structured and
They just don't play basketball. They just run up and down the court here.
Yeah, low key.
Like,
they just do the craziest shit that they can fucking come up with.
Why you think our fucking any international team that we have that don't have our absolute best stars go over there and get their ass whipped?
Absolutely whooped.
Absolutely get their ass whipped.
They needed to call on Kobe to fucking get the medal back.
Like shit.
I mean, we haven't lost a sense though, so.
Yeah. But we'll see.
Shit,
I mean,
if we didn't have KD, we'd have lost the last one.
Yeah, because we got beat like
100%.
3 times in the tournament.
Right.
Yeah, everyone was shook.
Yeah,
everyone was definitely
we still
shook.
came out with the W.
I don't know. I mean,
fuck.
the overseas talent is just getting crazier and crazier too.
Bro. Part of our top 10 is all foreign, bro.
I'm about to say, if you look at the NBA talent now, a good majority.
We got Giannis.
I was gonna say Luka, Giannis, Doncic, and Embiid are the top 4 in the MVP conversation usually, and they're all.
You didn't even say Jokic.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Oh, he did? I thought you said Doncic.
Matt's always just trying to get me. No, I said Luka, Jokic, Giannis, and Embiid.
Oh, okay. So Doncic as well then. Oh no, Luka. You're saying Luka. Wrong. I'm getting fucking.
I thought we were tired.
Yeah, we're the tired ones. We're the ones on E over here, but Matt's just whatever. Matt's just Matt. It's like
I can't do this.
Brain dead.
But Keegan Murray, he's going off yet again in the summer league. Hopefully, it translates into the season. I mean, he had a decent.
No, last year he had a good season.
Yeah, I mean, he started off really bad though.
Well,
last season,
he's a rookie. He was a rookie.
Absolutely.
Rookies always start off.
Because if Keegan Murray takes a next step this year, the Kings are absolutely
he still shot
to be
phenomenally
with.
from 3 last year, and he was showing that his defense is really like up there. So yeah, as long as he can find a good offensive game and work around it, he'll be fine. He'll be really good. His brother, I don't know.
He's on the Portland Shit Blazers.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
Jabari Smith's another one.
I was just about to say, who had a good game? Jabari Smith Jr.
Yeah,
he needed that.
He's been going off in the summer league, man.
Yeah. And it's crazy because that was like one of the first times that I actually seen him
take over.
Like,
well, and this is what I'm saying. Like those young kids, they need some like on the Rockets especially. They need some fucking. Like, it was just a bunch of randomness. No one has any passion for anything. Yeah. So, I can see why Jabari struggled. Now, there's kind of hype. Like, he's probably, like, really hyped to play basketball this year. So, he's probably going to, like, show us what he should have shown us last year. One person struggling, though, is Brandon Miller.
Bro, awfully, bro. I love Brandon
He got,
Miller,
10 fouls?
Bro. Like, what the hell, bro?
Now, that first game was crazy.
It was absolutely insane, bro.
He would have fouled out in the first quarter
like,
in the fucking real NBA.
Son had more fouls than points.
Like, bro.
I mean, granted, these are his first games on the NBA level. We're not taking too much stock into it, but wow, man. If he's going to foul like that, it's, I don't know, man.
Anybody who puts on a Hornets jersey is just
a menace. Yeah.
That's why I said
either a menace
was
or
a better prospect than Total. Because fuck, if he can't stay in front of his guy without without picking up fouls that bad, it's just like, oof.
Because their defense on the Hornets is bad as it is. Like,
right.
Because LaMelo, for example, is a horrible defender. I mean, he gets steals,
not
but
too
like
much.
he can't stay in front.
Not too much.
I know, but he can't stay in front.
In NBA 2K, he'll be on all defensive first team every year. So is Luka though, so that's not saying much. Nah, every year Luka's on an all defensive team in 2K. Shit fucks my head up.
Yeah, Scoot's already hurt. The other Thompson brothers already hurt. So that sucks to see. But overall, any other thoughts on the summer league?
I don't ever really put too much stock into summer league. I think Tyus Jones won Summer League MVP one year. Lonzo won another year.
Tyus Jones is pretty good.
They're good players, but it's just like
Lonzo did shit the bed. Lonzo won the Summer League MVP. No, that was funny because he shit the bed in his first 2 games. Then he had one good game, came out with a diss track to everybody, and then just proceeded to have a horrible. Yeah, Lonzo. Because remember, he won the Summer League MVP.
Oh, you're saying after the Summer League MVP.
And then he went like 0 for 10 from the field in his first game. Then the second game, Patrick Beverley bitched him. And in the third game, he destroyed the Suns.
He put up 35, 9 and 9 or some.
Put out a diss track to everybody, and then sucked for the rest of the year.
Not too much of my boy Lonzo. He's going through it right now.
I don't know if we'll ever see him on an NBA court again, which is tough. I hate that for him. But at least LeVar got LaMelo because that's a crazy family.
He still has his kids.
One son fucking turned out.
Oh yeah, he does have his kids.
It's not like he.
I'm like, at least he has LaMelo.
No, he still has all his kids. Like
LaMelo just signed a huge ass extension, so at least if Lonzo ends up broke, he got his brother. The other dude there,
LiAngelo.
I keep forgetting his name now. That's how irrelevant he's becoming.
Son did a heist in China and got booked.
Do you guys
up everything?
Do you guys think he would have had a career if he didn't steal those glasses?
He would have showed that he could have played in the college level.
Possibly
and then
maybe a forced one.
Yeah.
I mean, he could have been a bench player, a decent bench player.
Just being in the middle of Lonzo and LaMelo, dudes would kind of it's a ball, brother.
Yeah. Instead of
it'd be like he'd be like he'd be like Justin Holiday.
He's a thief. Justin and Aaron, right?
Justin and Aaron. He would have been like one of them instead of Drew. He
wouldn't have lasted that.
Justin got signed by the Mavericks, right?
I know Aaron Holiday just got picked up by somebody. I don't know if Justin Holiday did.
Yeah. Well, either way, Drew's the only one that matters. Psych, nah.
Holy fuck. Sorry, guys.
No,
but yeah. Miles Bridges, he's gonna be back next year for sure after his little 10-game suspension. Yeah. That's a little crazy.
He picked up his qualifying offer, so it's a little $7 million. But that means he's unrestricted next year, so he can sign with anybody.
And
he just shows that he's even half of what he was a year and a half ago.
Mark Williams is a restricted free agent as well, right?
He's restricted.
Him and PJ Washington.
So they have Mark Williams will be in 2 years. He was a rookie last year. So
I'm thinking of the other.
He's still got his time.
So the Hornets, they have a nice little chance to be all right if Brandon Miller can shock the world.
Not do this.
They were a 10th play-in seed. I think they can at least do that if the cards fall right. I don't think they will, but
LaMelo's not going to stay healthy.
That's the thing. That's the big thing.
He's gonna fucking
for them to be anything.
He's gonna be walking his dog and sorry.
And it's like half of that it's like there's nobody there. Like
they got Terry Rozier and Gordon Hayward.
Gordon Hayward.
In the real scheme of thing, like, be honest. If you were LaMelo Ball, are you pressed to absolutely go out there and give everything that you have?
Especially not now that I got that contract,
team, bro.
He just got paid too. So
that's what I'm saying.
And most of it's guaranteed.
Bro, any injury I got, sit me down.
Yeah.
Give me an extra 2 weeks on every.
At the end of the day, if the players play it's an okay team. They got LaMelo, Bridges, Miller, Gordon Hayward, and Rozier, like you said. If PJ Washington comes back, he took a step last year in the right direction. But no, you guys are right. I'm not really too high on the Hornets, but
and it's even still looking forward, I don't know what I'm looking at.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's not even like this is a young team with a very, very bright future. The only future that you have right now is LaMelo.
Yeah, it's not like the Pacers or something right now.
Right. You could at least see the Pacers and result. You can't see shit for the Hornets.
And that's another team in the kind of last year the same area as the Hornets.
And they hired
and they got way better.
Why? Okay, so they hired Steve Clifford.
Yeah, Steve Clifford.
And he was there for the shit. He was there for the shit show Bobcats and Hornets.
Yeah.
And then he went to the Magic and accomplished absolutely nothing. And now he's back with the Hornets. Whatever. Okay, yeah, no. Fuck the Hornets. Moving on. Yeah, that's where I draw the line is Steve Clifford. Because what are you guys doing? So moving on to some trade rumors. Pascal Siakam has been lighting up the news recently because the Raptors can't find a fucking trade partner for him.
Oh, no surprise.
I was waiting for this topic.
Wouldn't fucking want him either.
So basically, the big rumor is that the Hawks are absolutely like fiending for him, but they can't come up with the package for him because Siakam's getting paid like 37,000 million a year.
37 million a year.
Shit.
Yeah. So I mean, the Raptors are stuck in a horrible situation right now because for whatever reason they signed Gary Trent Jr. to an extension. OG, they're looking for like I think.
I was about to say, did they still have him?
Yeah, because they're looking for like 5 firsts for him.
Bro, come on, bro.
I mean, all he is a defender.
Who, Anunoby?
Yeah, like he has a decent shot, but it's not one that like.
Nah, he has a good offensive game, but he's mainly like.
Yeah.
They're trying to catch a team that's right on the.
They're trying to Rudy Gobert somebody.
Yeah, but like
they're trying to Utah Jazz somebody.
I'm not doing that for that.
Right.
Like
I'm not. Yeah.
Masai Ujiri
even
needs
if
to get his
it was
head
to get a
straight.
championship this year, like, is that worth those 5 picks? Like, you're telling me you can't find that caliber of player anywhere else for something less?
Yeah, no, and I mean, like, they replaced Fred VanVleet with Dennis Schroeder. Yeah, but, like, as a replacement for Fred VanVleet.
My thing is, though, if you're going to have Dennis Schroeder, you got to already have somebody that's the man.
Right. And I think Scotty Barnes will take another step this year. I mean, he had a good second half of the season.
Yeah, first half.
His first half,
year
wow.
Was,
wow.
Pretty shit.
I was shocked to call him one of my favorite players in the league. I was like,
you know how many bets I lost on that?
Yo, deadass. I lost so many
I went into the season like, yeah, Scotty Barnes.
I bet on him 3 times last year, and every one of them, he just shit the bed totally. Didn't even come close.
For 15 points, he gives me 7 and shit. I'm like,
yeah.
what the fuck?
Wasn't even anything OD.
They got Darko Rajakovic as their head coach, who was the assistant on the Grizzlies the last 3 years. So, I mean, this team can compete, but it's like they're just a mess right now. I can see them going in with no chemistry whatsoever.
And that's why I'm kind of on the... Yeah, like I have, because when you brought this topic up, when you were telling us what we should talk about, in my head it was just more or less...
Like
in my head it was more or less like, if they do get a trade partner, what are the Raptors looking for? Are they going to try to restart and rebuild and try to trade Anunoby, try to trade Pascal, get young pieces and picks? Or are they going to think they're still serious and try for something serious?
Their chart's not bad.
No, it's not bad.
Team.
Like, it's actually cool.
Yeah.
Again, if Scotty was him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, this roster right here would be great.
And I mean, I am glad they got Jakob Poeltl and they kept him because that keeps Siakam away from the 5. Because Siakam's best at passing around the ball and stretching the floor and doing Siakam shit.
You know what they were saying once they got rid of Fred VanVleet, or they didn't re-sign him, that they were going to play Scotty at the 1?
Which is not a bad idea because he's decent at passing. He just never had the ball in his hands enough to show that.
I just think I like Pascal as a player. I said that enough last year when we were always debating about it. But I just think him and Barnes are just too similar of players.
Yeah,
to both
I'll agree.
Be on the same team.
This year I'll agree. Like, if you want to get more out of Scotty Barnes, you got to get.
Yeah, I think move Siakam for something other than a forward. Get a point guard out of him and maybe some picks and shit. But make that shit Scotty's team.
At least let them play pick and roll together.
Yeah.
That's something I never fucking see.
Yeah. If Scotty's
give Scotty the
point,
ball, have Siakam set the screen, make something happen.
Maybe that'll be something.
So what do you guys think? Like, I mean, obviously money has to be considered, but if we didn't consider money, I mean, that's a stupid question, but what's the best fit for Siakam?
I think the best fit for Siakam is like what he was in that championship run. A second or third best player. Yeah, where he doesn't have to be that guy.
Where he's definitely number 3.
Yeah. And
he'll be an elite number 3.
An elite number 3.
And that's why
that's only if you really have a a stone cold elite 1 and 2.
Yeah, and that's why I think the best two teams, in my opinion, I think the best team would be the Los Angeles Clippers. The reason why
Honestly,
I say that
was the team that
it would be a great fit, but it's just like who's staying healthy there.
Well, if Paul George or Kawhi go down, he's a solid option to pick up
hold them.
Keep the touches. And he's overall been pretty healthy through his career. I mean, he did have that major injury in 2021, but I mean, the Mavericks is another team that I can think of. It's just the only thing is that the Mavericks are a little bit of a mess.
And it's just like, what would that package even look like?
Exactly. And he's getting paid mad money, like $37 million. Like, I don't know why. Like, I felt like the Raptors should have put a fork in it like 2 years ago at the very least.
Cool.
Huh?
Philly's pretty cool.
I got that package up, yeah.
Philly's pretty cool.
Yeah,
just because of the fact that Embiid, like I was saying earlier, plays so far away from the basket.
Yeah.
If that gives him all the room in the world.
Say.
So I got Siakam for Tobias and Maxey. Given what I do.
I do it.
So I got Tobias, Maxey, their first round in 2029, so that's the only one they can trade. And then every second in the forever that they have. Every second that they can
Because apparently seconds just get everything done.
Well, because they don't have any more firsts to give out, so every second. And honestly, that gives a great guard in Maxey.
I was going to say, if the Raptors were able to pull that off,
and then Tobias is the money matcher there.
I would put the Raptors
and
up in the East.
Tobias would be a great little bench piece or fifth fucking option in the starting lineup for them.
Fifth option was funny as fuck.
But then Siakam, I feel like, and if you get Siakam, maybe James Harden wants to stay. So then you have a James Harden, Siakam,
Harden passing to those two.
That's the only way that I would get Siakam is if James Harden.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 100%.
Harden passing to those two is That would.
So
be
that's the scenario I had up here, but it's just like I don't know.
So, moving on to the next thing, there's been a lot of trade rumors about Mikal Bridges. So.
But here's the thing. I don't think they're gonna, and I don't
think they should either.
I don't know if they. Yeah. I didn't say.
I feel like they would be making the same mistake that they made.
But this is the thing for me. Their team isn't good enough right now to win, win big. Okay, but their team isn't bad enough. But even if their team was bad, they don't have their picks.
Be fair though.
So it's just like
how many teams are really built for winning?
Like 5.
Exactly.
There's 30
teams in the league.
I would kind of disagree because if this team is all healthy and clicking, they've gotten a whole offseason to kind of gel, and they did pretty decent last year. Like, we all expected them to fall off the face of the earth. Let's be real. We all sat here and thought the Nets wouldn't make the playoffs.
When?
Last year, after they'd made all those trades.
No, you're bugging. Both of us definitely said they're still going to be.
I had no expectations for them.
Both of us said they're going to hold on to a playoff spot.
It was too high up in the standings.
They were 3rd seed.
Which is why I don't. Yeah, the Nets bugged out for doing everything.
Yeah, we 100% said that they were going to still have a playoff spot.
I like their team. Looking at it, I mean, because Cam Thomas, you signed to an extension. Same with Cam Johnson. Those two you got really good scores out of that. Bridges could end up being
a full season of this team. Where are they ending?
Probably above playing, gently above playing.
6, 7,
so how is that team good enough to win anything?
Well, they if they keep developing. I mean, Spencer Dinwiddie, I don't like as my starting point guard.
They don't have many guys to develop.
I think that's the one thing is I don't like Spencer Dinwiddie as my starting point guard. But Bridges is turning into a superstar.
Oh, Bridges could be a great.
You have the defense around him. Finney-Smith, Nick Claxton. I'm not holding my hand on my ass for Ben Simmons, but if he comes and gives you anything at all, that's a plus.
To me, I just think that right now where they're at, they're not good enough to win big. They're not bad enough to be bad and get picks, but even if they were, they don't have their own picks for the next few years. So to me, it's just because they have all their picks are gone, and then the picks they do have, they're all pick swaps. So they have the worser of them because they got James Harden out of that deal. And so to me, it's just maybe if you were to trade Bridges, get a bunch of good picks out of it if you want to just full rebuild. But I feel like they're just going to Dame him. He's going to be on a mediocre team in his whole prime.
I don't think he'll get that far because he's very outspoken. He's very, very outspoken. I think what they should do is...
He's already 26.
The team that has the picks for a trade like this and the players is the New York Knicks, baby. Send him our way.
Mikal to the Knicks?
Yeah.
What you want?
Huh? Well, he already has a lot of rapport with Josh Hart, DiVincenzo, and Brunson. Because they all went to college together.
How are you getting them?
Barrett.
Quickly, Robinson, and we have mad picks. Believe it or not, we've stopped.
Would you be willing to give up Mitchell Robinson?
Yeah, you got no big off that. That's crazy.
Jericho Sims, baby.
No.
It's like nah. I mean, they probably wouldn't even want Mitchell Robinson anyway.
No, you would probably have to give up Barrett in that. You would probably have.
No, I would say probably quickly Grimes and then like 5 or 6 first rounds pick. They'd probably take that.
Yeah, and then your bench is just depleted.
Yeah. Thibodeau will figure it out. He plays like
he
has a rotation.
The starters 50 minutes every night.
By like 10 games in, he has like a rotation of 6.
The only reason I would be skeptical to me is because those picks would mean nothing. That team would be too.
Yeah, but they always
it's
do
the Knicks
that.
though. I would. If I'm another team,
big teams always have that though. Big teams always trade their picks that aren't going to be shit. So, like, bro, the Suns traded 5 picks to the Nets. No Suns picks ain't going to mean shit.
That's what I'm saying, though. I'm talking about from the Nets' perspective.
Those
picks aren't going to do anything.
Yeah, that's why I was saying trade him to somewhere that's not going to be great.
And I would trade R.J. Barrett, like you mentioned. Yeah. I'd probably do R.J. Barrett, and I would try to keep quickly.
I don't know.
But, I mean, honestly, I'm being dead ass when I say this. I'm being so dead ass when I say this. I would rather have Emmanuel Quickly than R.J. Barrett. I'm sorry. R.J. Barrett's...
That's tough.
R.J. Barrett's inconsistencies is like, it's getting to the point like, bro, when are you going to actually take the leap?
I don't hate that take, but it's just I'm
and
shocked to
Quickly,
hear.
we've seen Quickly. Quickly can take over games like way more often than R.J. Barrett can. And
Grimes can more than
and
RJ
he's way more of a threat on defense as well. I would rather have Quickly. Quickly's a fucking spark plug that would be perfect around these guys.
The last 2 years, RJ was no slouch on defense.
No slouch, but like I think Quickly's better.
It's debatable, 100%. But I mean, I
either
feel
way,
like
this is a pipe dream.
Yeah, I feel like in that scenario, it would have to be like RJ in 2 or 3 picks.
Yeah,
but I just feel like
20 points a game.
Did you see his field goal percentage while you're looking up his stats?
43.
Did it end up at 43?
Yeah,
at one point it was at like 36.
The last like 20 games, he definitely improved.
Well, actually, I got to put some respect on R.J. Barrett. He did perform in the playoffs. I'll give him that. He actually only had like one bad game in the playoffs. No. Huh? No, yeah, look it up.
The first round was pretty bad.
No,
the
it wasn't.
second round he was better, but they just got smacked.
he was solid in the playoffs. The one that wasn't solid is Julius fucking Randle. And you know what? I don't care. I'm gonna rant about Julius Randle. It's not in the script, but I will.
Oh, I also had a scenario where Pascal goes for Randle.
I'll say that would literally be.
Remember we were talking about that before we went to the store.
Pascal to the Knicks for Julius Randle.
It's just Spider-Man looking at Spider-Man.
Well, because I think Siakam can spread the floor better and he plays better defense. I think Siakam
he plays way better defense.
And he wouldn't have, again, this would be another scenario where he doesn't have to play center because they got Mitchell Robinson, they got Jericho Sims, baby.
I like Hartenstein.
Oh, yeah. Hartenstein! I love Hartenstein. So another thing that's been kind of flying around lately is that Luka may or may not be unhappy in Dallas, that he's growing a little impatient.
Oh, no, that's really going to be the next Dame.
That's going to be a huge storyline. Because, like, if you're the Mavericks, do you really sit here and give up Luka at any point in time? Because, like, the package that you'd have to come up with for Luka is crazy.
For Dallas, it would definitely be another, we're never going to trade him unless he demands one. That's 100% going to be the Mavericks. Because he's just, what are you getting back for Luka?
Right.
I can see Luka straight up,
Because Luka think so too. He just wants to have fun playing basketball. No. He just wants to have fun. If I'm LA, I'm going for Tatum. He's a... Both is nuts. If Luka and Tatum ever team up, you might as well just cancel the league for a couple of years. And LaMelo? What? Matt,
what's going on with you?
Matt's just in a fucking lucid dream right now. But
how much fucking money would that cost?
A lot of money.
Money that nobody
Each of them
has.
are gonna eventually be making like
that's
$60
a big
million.
three.
Like what the fuck?
That's
big
big.
three.
When Luka's a free agent, imagine that contract some team's gonna have to fucking give him. It's gonna be like 70 mil. Because in my opinion, I know you guys don't watch baseball, but he's kind of like the Shohei Ohtani of fucking basketball, in my opinion. Because he just does it all, and he improved on defense this year.
That man got like 150.
I can see why he's frustrated too, because like I'm not shitting on the Kyrie edition.
I'm not about to be here like,
but.
Yeah.
Like, get the fuck.
They got
Dirk
nothing
won
to
one,
do.
but look how long it fucking took.
And what it actually took.
Yeah.
Dirk had to sell his fucking soul. Like, he was carrying that team on his back so much he had the fucking flu in the finals. Like
the real flu.
The real fucking.
I know MJ food poisoning.
Food poisoning is tough. You ever have food poisoning?
Yeah. But I wouldn't call it the flu.
Nah, he was hungover.
He was food poisoning.
But being hungover is tough. I was hungover recently, and I thought I was dying.
So I don't get hungover. Rough. It's lit.
But after a few hours,
that's just a bear.
Play a basketball game.
Nah, not me.
Nah, he's out for a whole day. When he's
I don't play basketball anyway. I'm not athletic whatsoever. After, You're more athletic than me. I'm not an athlete.
He's the one in the best shape out of us three.
Yeah, I'm in like the best shape, but I'm like the worst shape at the same time. I'll probably like quit a game.
Least athletic, but you're the best shape.
But like what it would take to even get Luka in a trade, it'd probably take like a fucking firstborn child, a gallon of high C, which you don't really see at all ever.
My wife.
Yeah. Wives would have to be included.
Sit down with God.
You would have to trade shit.
It would take a fucking lot to acquire, but like realistically, it would probably take like 17 pick swaps, 5 firsts, all of your talent on your team just to get fucking Luka. That's the struggle there. So like. Honestly, I could see it being a thing where Luka doesn't ever get surrounded by the talent that he needs to be surrounded by. Because if it's a trade, he's going to have to take less money to go to a talented team. I don't think he's willing to do that because we all know he's like, he's just Luka.
He just needs a more competent front office.
Yeah.
That's it.
Because what he was able to do...
Don't go out there and get me a center that's the same height as me. Like, literally, bro, for all that, I could play center.
Right.
Like...
And I mean, my son Christian Wood really like 6'8".
And it sucks because what Luka accomplished with that shit ass team.
That's tough.
Yeah, what Luka accomplished with that shit ass team was insane. Going to the Western Conference Finals, and your second best player was fucking Spencer Dinwiddie.
Jalen Brunson.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting he was there, but I mean he was kind of irrelevant when Luka came back.
And halfway through the season, they had Kristaps still, right? And then they traded him.
Not during that run. I was going to say not during that.
I thought they traded him at the trade deadline. Or was that an offseason? Yeah,
they had Kristaps
the trade deadline.
Yeah,
they did.
They traded him at the trade deadline.
That's crazy.
And then to Washington for
Kristaps always gets his pack shitted on. Yeah. I love it. Fuck Kristaps.
He's in Boston now. He's lit.
Randomly.
Bro, that's
fucking
why
randomly.
I was calling for a fucking Luka MVP for the last 2 years.
Yeah, I mean, because what he's able to do,
the team just wasn't good enough at the end.
So it's nuts, and that's why I'm hoping Kyrie stays on the court.
I was convinced that last year was the year because I'm like, all right, you go out there, you trade your second best player, you still make it to the Western Conference Finals. This guy's gonna be insane,
right? And then you pick up Kyrie. It should have been.
They should have just brought back Jalen Brunson. This team would have been in such a better shape than they are.
That's like the second year in a row that happened. That the MVP was maybe decided by a trade. Because you can make the case that Harden ruined Embiid's the previous year.
Yeah, that's fair because they didn't have the chemistry at all.
Right.
So, yeah. Any final thoughts on Luka before we move on?
I just think get him some help or he just should leave. But I don't think he's ever.
I mean, it's point blank. Period,
was just
bro.
so straightforward. Just get him some help or leave.
So moving on to the Sixers, as we've mentioned, James Harden has requested a trade. We don't know how. I personally don't know how legitimate that is because he was seen partying with Embiid and Tobias Harris recently. I think he wants to stay.
He likes the players. He just doesn't like what they're doing. I guess he wants an easy road at this point. He gotten old and lazy, low key. But to me, my outlook on the 76ers,
Matt's always just
all these other motherfuckers getting easy ones. Why can't I get one? Shit.
I just think low key for me, it's just like if the 76ers don't get somebody this offseason that's comparable and that can help them out, like a Siakam in a Tobias Harris trade or something, I think they should just blow it the fuck up, bro. I think they need to do a clean restart.
They dug their grave a long time ago.
Oh yeah. But I'm saying this is the last chance to save it.
I hate their fucking bench going into this year too.
Oh yeah, no.
They got Daniel House Jr., DeAnthony Melton, Patrick Beverly, maybe Paul Reed if they match that Jazz offer.
Paul.
Yeah.
So the 2018 Houston.
Yeah, it's ugly. The ones that missed 27 threes in a row when they had a chance to get rid of the fucking Kevin Durant Warriors, they just missed every three that they could possibly take.
Was so insane.
And it was crazy because they were in the game the entire fucking.
Bro, they lost in single digits, bro. The game never went outside of like 11 points from each other.
And it's fucking nuts. I mean, the world probably would have been changed if Chris Paul was fucking healthy for those last 2 games.
Oh my God, yeah.
But I mean, I like their starters: Harden, Maxey, Harris, Tucker, and Embiid. But I mean, maybe Nick Nurse can add some magic to this team that Doc Rivers clearly couldn't.
Most overrated coach of all time.
Most overrated coach of all time. We're gonna roast him eventually one day. I mean, we roast them every day that we live, but
fuck them.
I don't know. I mean, I agree with you guys. They got to change something here because, again, PJ Tucker, I don't like him as a starter anymore. Tobias Harris, they're overvaluing him. Like I mentioned last episode, they wanted fucking Jared Allen, Evan Mobley, and a first from the Cavs. Like,
both of those players are better than him.
You got to sit here and realize who Tobias Harris is. Like, yeah, he's a great defender. Decent on the offensive end, but it's clear as day that
great defender still even a little bit much.
Yeah, like it's clear as day that this doesn't work for Tobias Harris. Like his talents, I mean, I think is more so on the offensive end, but
and now he's a fourth option because Tyrese Maxey's better than him already. So it's just like to me,
I honestly don't even really agree with that.
You don't think Tyrese Maxey's better? He's at least better offensively, in my opinion. He's
overrated to me.
Tyrese Maxey?
Yeah.
I think he can be a really good.
I don't know about all that, dog.
To me, he's literally a step down from Jordan Poole.
I think I argue a step above.
But either way, that's still not steps to where either of them should be.
I mean, I don't know because
3 years into the league, should he be anything more than he is right now? He was like 22nd overall pick.
When you're being looked at as one of those guys on the team, yeah.
I think what he's brought to the team is more than they fucking.
They also got very lucky with him.
All right, so are we gonna say that's worth more than the All-Stars? The guy with the All-Star contract?
Yeah, no, I'm not agreeing with you, V-Man. At 20 points...
Better than... He's worth more than Tobias Harris.
I don't know.
Tobias Harris is like 7 years older, 8 years older. He's got a worse contract.
Bro, 20 points per game. He's averaged 48% from the field, 43% from three. Like I mentioned, decent on the defensive end. Whatever they did last year just worked, even though I thought him and Harden would never work on the defensive end. They were actually one of the best defenses against... Well, they were actually a top 3 defense against guards for whatever the fuck reason.
Because the guards can't get to the lane because Embiid's sitting there. So they're chucking up threes and they can't make it.
That's a fair point. But, I mean, they also got lucky with Maxey because he was a 21st pick. So, I mean, to average 20 at the clips that he's shooting at, I love Maxey. And to compare him to Jordan Poole at this point, I think is pretty nuts.
I ain't gonna lie. If I'm running that team, he's going back to the bench. PJ Tucker's the fuck out of here.
Oh, I thought you were going to say PJ Tucker at the 2.
PJ Tucker's the fuck out of here. Tobias Harris. If I can get somebody better for Tobias Harris, I'm not interested in picks or nothing like that because this is a team that.
This is a team that needs to win right the fuck now.
So honestly,
I would trade Tobias Harris and fill out the rest of the team. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
I'm keeping Maxey. He shoots too well, man.
I didn't say you didn't keep him. I said he's going to the bench.
I want to do that.
Nah. Yeah, he's going to the bench.
What is your justification?
What do you mean?
What is your justification?
I just don't like the way him and James Harden mix. I don't. I watched it, and I just don't like it.
Yeah. I mean, you might got a point there because both of them like the ball in their hands. I don't know. Harden's worked really fucking well with Maxey, though. Like, he's taught him a lot.
On the court, to me, is counterproductive.
I mean, yeah.
How many times have we watched one of them with the ball in their hand just staring at the other?
Well, it depends on what you're...
That's true.
It depends on what you're asking from Harden, though.
On the complete other side of the court, and Embiid's just looking at them both. Like,
in the corner.
That's their problem.
Bro, and then on the other side, you just got Tobias Harris standing in the corner.
Bro, just sitting there, bro. That's my problem.
Yo, it's just a bunch of dudes just staring at each other.
Just staring at each other.
PJ Tucker in the paint, like...
Dead ass.
Averaging 0 points.
Bro, that is my complete problem with this team.
Oh,
bro.
man, V-Man just unlocked the whole 76ers. All right.
Yo,
V-Man got a fucking point.
that's how they lost to Boston, bro.
I don't hate your point on Maxey to the bench. He could be an elite fucking 6-man. But, I feel like, the problem is get Tobias Harris and his stupid-ass contract out of here. Bring in somebody. But I just don't think you're bringing in somebody good enough unless you attach somebody like Maxey.
Bring in live bodies. Like,
you
already missed your marks in fucking free agency. You should have been made cap room. Signed Bruce Brown. That would have helped you fucking tremendously.
Yeah, him
tremendously.
They wouldn't have been able to. Just because, bro, the offer sheet was too crazy.
That's why I said clear cap room, and then you could have had that.
Tobias Harris has shit the bed on so many occasions that, like...
All these fucking dudes.
Oh, yeah, no, for sure. But, like, I'm talking about Tobias Harris in general. Like, why are we still... Like, you valued him over Jimmy Butler, got smacked in the fucking face, and now you're just to the point where you're not willing to trade him at all? Unless you, like, absolutely destroy the other team you're trading?
That's because he has no value. They know he has no value. So they're just like, we're just going to hold on to the fact that you were once considered an all-star. And we're going to hope that somehow you can...
Just revisit that.
Right, just come back up to that.
And I mean, I think ultimately what this team comes down to is obviously Joel Embiid. Like
my thing is though is you can't expect him to do that when you're not really giving him the ball.
You're not giving him enough. You're not giving him the ball enough to be an all-star type player.
To me, it was kind of like,
and he's only standing in the corner.
He's kind of like the Melo in OKC. Where Russ and Paul George would just dribble the air out the ball and throw it to him within the last 3 seconds and say, make it work.
Yeah, and that's never been
that's not it, bro. That's not it.
And this is why, like, all these points that you're making is why I love the Nurkic. I don't know why I was about to say Nurkic. Which is why I love the Nick Nurse as head coach, is because he's going to get these guys moving. He's going to get them into a system. I think if there's one person to make Harden and Maxey and Embiid fully work, is him. But I don't see Tobias Harris working no matter who the fuck is the head coach. Because, again, like, his talents come from the offense. He just happened to develop a defensive game as he's gone along in his career. But mainly, like, we looked at Tobias Harris as an offensive player throughout his whole career. And averaging 14.7 points and 50% from the fucking field and 38 from three. Why is he not getting the ball more and shooting more?
Right.
Damn, him and Maxey shot the shit out of the fucking ball. And Embiid won MVP. How did they fucking...
Bro, and Harden was the assist leader.
Yo, that's crazy. Bro,
the team should have
This team should be somewhere, bro.
And
granted, you lose to the Celtics, but you had them.
Yeah.
It's not that you lost to the Celtics, it's how you lost to the Celtics.
And that's what I'm saying.
You had them, bro. Literally in the palm of your, you had them.
It's all gonna, like, this year is gonna be the year that either Embiid mans the fuck up and gets it done, or he's gonna be ultimately canceled.
Or they have to blow it up after next year, bro.
Yeah, I'm not canceling Embiid yet, because at the end of the day, he did dominate the regular season. He was hurt somewhat in the playoffs. But if he doesn't get it done this year...
I'm just tired of that story.
Yeah.
Like...
I can't take Embiid seriously after this year. I mean, at the very least, Tatum hasn't won anything yet, but at the very least, he's gotten his team to the finals. He's gotten his team to the conference finals on numerous occasions.
Every fucking occasion.
Like, if Embiid could just get his team there, it would be more respectable.
Embiid every time he's seen him in the playoffs.
Yeah. Everyone's beating Embiid.
Like, damn, bro.
Trae Young got one on fucking Joel Embiid.
Oh, the Raptors almost caught one.
They did.
They did.
When they had Jimmy Butler and everything.
The Raptors?
No, when Philly had Jimmy Butler. When Philly had Jimmy. Kawhi hit the shot.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And that's crazy.
I wasn't even talking about that Raptors team.
Now, that's how that's how much bad luck that they had, is that they lost to fucking that bounce from Kawhi.
Dude, deadass crying.
Sent Embiid home.
You deadass crying.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, Embiid, you're sitting here crying at the end of some of these losses. How are you not, like, just putting everything on the line in these playoff
show some
games?
fucking heart.
How are you scoring under 20 points at any point in time in any playoff game is nuts.
Yeah.
Nuts. Balls. Dick. Cock.
Yo, he's wild.
Penis. Like,
he's buzzing.
Matt's just scared. No, but any final thoughts on the 76ers?
Either get somebody this year or blow it the fuck up next year.
I'm not gonna lie, I can see where James Harden's frustration comes from.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because it's like,
he was the assist leader, like
you're
you
the
said.
assist leader, right?
Yeah.
That means I'm looking for people to pass the ball to. If everybody's just sitting around watching me dribble the ball, it's It's kind of hard to get assists.
And not for
now.
nothing.
That's even more insane that he
not for nothing.
Yeah, I was like, imagine him leading the league in assists.
He should
while
have
doing
20
that.
at least.
But that's Doc Rivers basketball.
Yeah, it
Which
is.
is why I like the
Doc Rivers.
Because if you remember the Clippers, like it was literally Chris Paul passing to everybody, but everyone's just Blake Griffin just
my son JJ Redick and Jamal Crawford.
Just right.
Fucking if Rondo
dribbling
didn't
the air
have
out of the
9
ball.
Hall of Famers to pass the ball to, they wouldn't have won shit.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I mean, we'll see what fucking happens. But moving on to another team that's probably in the same boat as the 76ers, is the
Blow it the fuck up.
The Los Angeles Clippers.
Blow it the fuck up.
I'm scared.
I thought you were going to say Lakers. I was like, hold on, man. Damn. We were in the Western Conference Finals last year. Damn.
So the Clippers,
the fuck up.
They have money to spend. I still like pulling up. Huh?
Money to spend where?
They signed Westbrook for 2 years, $8 million. Like they still have like options to get like veterans.
They don't have any money. They signed him to that because they don't have any money.
I don't fucking know what they have.
I was about to say,
no,
what money
they can
got?
only sign minimums right now.
But
Bro, I was about to riot. Like how the fuck do they have money and we don't?
But yeah, so they got Westbrook, Paul George, Kawhi. We're not going to talk about the bigs yet because I don't think that's.
They have a great team, but it's just they're never going to fucking stay.
My
healthy.
thing is that they have, in my opinion, they're going to have the best bench in the league.
We've said that the last 3 years.
No, but this is better. But this is better than what they've had. So they're going to have Terrence Mann,
Every year it's better.
Norman
than what
Powell,
they had.
Kenyon Martin Jr., Bones Highland.
I love the KJ Martin pick.
Yeah, that was savage.
My thing is like everyone, all the analysts and everything are saying like they need James Harden or they need some fucking guard.
No,
they need a big man. Like they have fucking Batum projected to start at the 4, Zubac at the 5, Marcus Morris still with a fucking role on this team. Like I don't understand. Like it's fucking nuts. Why do you need a guard? You have Mann and fucking Bones Highland off the bench. You got Westbrook. You got the guards. Fucking. I'm sorry. I'm about to have a fucking aneurysm with this fucking bullshit. The real issue is a big man. I can't. I don't respect it. You're telling me Batum and Marcus Morris is gonna fucking hold down the stretch big spot. In what fucking world is that gonna happen? Batum averages like fucking 4.5 points a game at this point in his career.
They don't need scoring. They need.
But what else is Batum bringing?
Batum, he's a great defender. He's a great defender.
I wouldn't say great.
He's a great
defender. I'm not
he's
jacking
a great
that.
defender.
I'm not jacking
He's
a great defender.
This is a team.
He's a great defender still.
This is a team that you can't just look at the depth chart and say what they need. You got to actually watch this team play.
And watching this team play, Zubac is very inconsistent. Batum, I'm sorry, I don't know what Matt's talking about over here. I don't like Batum.
Inconsistent in what? I don't like Batum either, but for
like,
what this team is right now,
like Zubac will go out there for 30 minutes a game, and one game he'll give you 20 and 10, 20 and 15, but most of the time he's giving you like 5 and 8. They need consistency.
2 more rebounds, and I'm fine with that.
5 and 10.
I don't need him to
I
score.
need him scoring
That
20
team
points.
has enough scores. That bench is filled with scores.
I'm about to say, look at the rest of the team. Now you tell me you need Zubac.
I mean,
scoring 20 points.
Zubac isn't a good defender either.
He's a big fucking body.
I mean, he's a big body, but like he gets shitted on.
He defends just as
like
well.
The Clippers,
every time AD go against Zubac shit on him, bro.
Struggles hard.
The Clippers, when they finally were healthy last year, their biggest weakness was the inside. They were getting bodied on the inside of the paint. And who do I look at with that? I mean, you can look at your guy Nicholas Batum, but fucking Zubac.
And then they addressed that by going and trading for.
I'm painting Matt as like a Nicholas Batum.
I literally just said I'm not a fan of him either. But
I keep pinning you guys with fucking unnecessary fan bases. But I mean, I don't know, man. What I would love to see them do. I mean, I wrote down Yusuf Nurkic from Portland if they want to get rid of him and they don't have to give up anything.
He's a worse defender than Zubac.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really like that. The more that I thought about it. But who I would like at their 4 if they can figure out a way to do it is PJ Washington. I think he glues the team perfectly.
I don't hate that, but I just don't see that happening in any type of situation.
I just think if they
unless
go
a
in,
sign and trade happens, but
if they go in with these bigs, I don't like it, man.
What kind of ads are popping up right now?
Yeah, it's just it's just mad
Casey Wallace depends.
It's Summer League.
It was an ad for Depends on a Summer League fucking game. Come on. Casey Wallace hits from half court. Bang! Sorry.
I don't like Christian Wood, but I think as a bench option over Marcus Morris, I think I would take a flyer on that too. I don't like Marcus Morris at all. I mean, if Batum goes to the bench and they get, a starter at power forward, I would like that. Who, Marcus Morris? I did not love him as a Knick. That was the most. You didn't. No, I know. That was the most irrelevant time of my life was watching Marcus Morris play fucking Knicks basketball and be the number one scoring option.
He was acting like 18, 19.
That was the most randomest shit. But what do you guys think the Clippers need?
Oh, you heard me.
Besides health.
Blow it the fuck up. Bro, if this team this year
If this was a bathroom, it'd be out of commission.
If they can show they can't stay healthy again, no, they need to get rid of everything. They need to restart. Because it's clearly 4 years in a row not happening.
You can't trade Paul George because the Knicks tried. Okay, the Knicks genuinely tried to trade for Paul George recently, but Paul George was like, I want a max contract extension. You can't. We're not giving. No one should be giving Paul George a max contract if he's not staying healthy. That's just point blank.
That's valid, but it's just like
he's healthy, and then when he's playing, he's shit in the bed because he's not consistent enough.
Well, then just fucking figure it out then. But I think you should just blow it the fuck up. Get pennies on the dollar if you have to, but just get picks, restart. That's just my opinion. You gave up a great young piece in Shea for Paul George.
I just traded Paul George.
I'm trading everybody.
I mean, because the hope is that Kawhi Leonard does eventually give a healthy season. I mean,
I'm not gonna lie.
There's hopes in that every year.
Kawhi was right last year
with Paul George along with it, bro.
When he was right last year.
Once he's like 10, 15 games got
in,
I
agree with you because when Paul George was right, he was still fucking struggling. Yo, Paul George was the worst second. He was the worst second half player in the league last year.
Yeah.
He blew so many bets for me, and that's why I know that. He would start off with like 20 points. I'd be like, oh, he should get 30, right? No, he'd get like 25 by the end of the game.
Blow it up.
Matt says blow it up. What do you say?
Blow it the fuck up.
All right, so you say trade Paul George. You say blow it up. I say just get it big. We'll see. I mean,
I think would be fire. Trade him to the Hawks for DeJounte.
They extended him. I don't think they're getting rid of DeJounte Murray now.
But still,
I wouldn't either.
I'm about to say if for me, that would be the trade. Like, you know how earlier you asked us for a trade for Siakam if money wasn't involved? For me, would be for the Clippers.
Paul George for Siakam?
No.
For DeJounte.
Oh, okay. I mean, Paul George for Siakam ain't bad either. I mean, I don't know. I don't think the Raptors would take that, but
my thing
they shouldn't.
Is that with that trade, you would miss what the Clippers would be needing. Would be the ball handler.
They got Westbrook.
Come on, man. Come on.
I don't know if it's a come on because Westbrook did really well. Man, he did really well with the Clippers.
With nobody else on the court.
Huh? What do you mean? Paul George and Kawhi were playing the second half of the year when they got him. They gelled. They were cool. Westbrook was even playing defense.
Kawhi didn't want that motherfucker there in the slightest.
If he didn't want him there, then why did they re-sign him? Kawhi has to be the guy that they're running shit.
Signed a Hall of Famer for $8 million too.
Okay, yeah, you got that. But I mean, either way, Clippers. We'll see what happens. I think it's big. It's like the Nuggets. Like if they can stay fully fucking healthy, they're probably one of the best teams in the entire league.
Yeah.
But
if they don't reach at least the conference finals this year, I'm with that.
And it's crazy that the only fucking year that they reached the conference finals was without fucking Kawhi. Which was No, they shit the bed bad in the bubble.
No, they didn't make the bubble. Us and the Nuggets.
They got blown out the water.
Yeah, it was the year after the bubble.
Didn't they blow a 3-1 lead to the Mavericks or a 2-1 lead or 2-0 lead, some shit like that?
To the Suns. It was the year the Suns went against the Bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a 2-0 lead. It was a 2-0 lead. Because the Clippers blew a 2-0 lead to the Suns, and then the Suns blew a 2-0 lead to the Bucks.
The Lakers and the Warriors just laughing at the rest of the fucking Pacific Division, like, y'all fucking clowns.
But now the Kings are just like...
They still got beat by the fucking Warriors, too, though.
Yeah. Still fucking clowns.
But hey, it was cool. It was nice seeing the Kings fans in it.
But they got Duarte, though. It's a great pickup.
Now, if that's a team that needs a big... Fuck Sabonis.
Yeah, they don't... He's not a defensive big.
At all.
So
he does everything else like greatly.
He does everything else beautifully, but doesn't
I mean, they need
well.
they need defense period
the
though.
team needs.
Yeah, they need defense period.
Yeah.
Which is why I don't know why they.
Yeah, they were what you do well. If it's not what I need,
no, that's what I'm saying. Like they re-signed Harrison Barnes for some reason to like a 4-year deal. Yeah, I would have put that money towards. Honestly, I would have traded for OG. Honestly, that's a good fit. I would put OG on the Kings.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Fit.
Oh, I think if the Kings got OG, I would honestly.
Chris Duarte's a great 3-and-D player, so maybe that's why they just got him. But I mean,
if you put
OG on that team would be fucking
lock down the fucking whole court. You know, Damian Lillard has been basically one of the biggest, if not the biggest, headline right now for anything that's not the summer league.
Sell out.
Yeah, we got some opinions to talk about. So
Dame's getting so much hate right now.
Basically, right now, to catch everyone up, Dame has finally requested out of Portland. I can see why Portland's a little mad after handing him $60 million a year after extending Jeremy Grant, blah, 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 blah. We're going to talk about that Jeremy Grant bullshit. But now his agent is calling teams saying, you know, don't trade for him because he's not going to play for you. He wants to play for the Heat.
Fuck that. I don't care.
I agree 100% with Paul George. Like, you're going to roast everybody else year after year and then request a trade to the team that was in the finals and no one else.
That's my problem, bro. That's my problem.
If you just requested a trade and that was it.
You went out your way to publicly criticize these guys.
Yeah.
Every chance you got, bro.
Every year.
Yeah. Like,
dudes
bro,
is
everybody.
Suckers, dudes is this, dudes is that. But now you're dudes.
Yeah,
right.
you're dudes.
Exactly.
And Dave, listen, Dave. Hey.
Goofy ass.
Just in case you're watching this. We're not tight that you requested a fucking trade, dude. We all wanted you to request a trade for the last 5 years.
It's just the way you're doing it.
It's just you're requesting it. You're on some
Goofy as
KD
fuck.
shit.
You want some?
Right.
Oh, I said you guys really want me to.
Right.
Like, no, we don't care what,
bro. You know, bro.
We all basically gave up on you two years ago.
Right.
Like, we all knew.
I mean,
everybody knows Portland's not going to win shit. We knew that.
At the very least, with Bradley Beal, it was like mutual. Like, okay, we've exhausted everything we could out of this. Let's get you to somewhere where you can compete. With Dame,
also he had a no trade clause, so he was picking where he was going.
Well,
Bradley Beal.
Yeah,
but still, like the way that he went about it was better.
I doubt that Bradley Beal would have been like, oh, if it's not Phoenix, I don't want to fucking go anywhere. Like,
he said I want to go to Phoenix, and then they wanted DeAndre Ayton for him, and Bradley Beal said no.
You're getting Chris Paul instead.
Bradley Beal says no. The Ayton's not in the deal. So Bradley Beal structured that, given him and the Wizards were not mad about it because they came to an understanding. My son, Damian Lillard, waited till they re-signed Jeremy Grant
and then was
saying. Like, oh, yeah.
Like Portland, they drafted Scoot Henderson. They, honestly, it's a decent little team that's still around him. You
got Shaden Sharp, you got Anthony Simons. Still got fucking Nurkic.
Like, they gave all that money to Grant, and they gave you all the money. They gave you the biggest contract at that time, ever. Like, $60 million a year is
every
nuts.
year there's a new biggest contract of the year.
Now dude's just like,
yeah, find a way to match my $60 million salary. And if it's not the Heat, it's nobody.
Right.
Like, okay, you just about to not play basketball next season?
Yeah. And that means it's going to have to be like a 3 or 4 team trade.
You're going to go to the Heat and you're still going to lose. Then what? You're going to be tight.
Yeah. Imagine.
I mean, I love the fit. I love the fit him in Miami, but it's
I still don't believe that team is going to win.
Yeah, I mean, because at this point, I think the Celtics have upgraded, and I think the Bucks are about to be on fucking demon time next year.
As long as they stay healthy.
You only beat the Bucks because Giannis was hurt. I'm not...
Yeah, 100%.
And then they only beat the Celtics because the Celtics couldn't get their head out of their ass.
All right.
Jason Tatum was a fucking flop.
Celtics are goofies,
But I mean, I personally, it's like every year you screamed loyalty and everything.
And shitting on people who didn't.
Exactly, and you really expect everyone to just be okay with this. Like, everyone be like, oh yeah, do your thing, Dame, do what everyone else has done. No, if you're going to stand for something, stand for it.
Yeah, don't fold.
Or just come out and say, all right, I want a ring. I've had enough of this bullshit. Don't extend.
Just be real, bro. Be real.
Talk to Portland. Like, literally, they met. Damian Lillard and Portland met, and they both agreed that they would play again together.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, a week later, you were like, after that Grant extension, like, I gotta go.
Like, never mind.
So in a way, like, and then at the same time, Portland doesn't even want to accommodate your trade request. So how stupid do you fucking look? Right. Everyone was telling you these teams ain't loyal. Don't be this loyal to a team, and you're finding out exactly fucking why.
Yeah, you're gonna end up in like fucking
Utah. Charlotte. That's a funny trade rumor. Dame to fucking Utah. That is hilarious. It would be a decent team.
I mean, what Utah's
what would they
fucking,
accomplish?
Yeah, Utah's gonna be ripped apart though.
Absolutely nothing.
They would have to probably trade marketing, which would be a little. Portland should do that, but.
Y'all know how I feel about Wemby.
Yeah, I love that guy.
That's the guy.
He's a heater. He's a legit heater.
Dame is just it's a little bit
hard in fantasy for dumb long last year, bro.
It's a little bit corny. That's all. But yeah, just get this shit over with.
Because mine is you shouldn't be limiting your options to the Heat either.
Yeah,
like the Celtics want you, the fucking Knicks want you. Like some great fucking fits, both of those teams.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, even the 76ers, like, if they want to trade James Harden, that's fucking bad.
There was a rumor for the Lakers, like, D'Lo and then, like, 2 other people for him. I don't want that.
I miss the days when the Lakers were, like...
In every trade rumor?
In every
trade rumor ever.
Bro, that shit was so retarded, bro. Every time the offseason started, it was just somebody...
Zach LaVine to the Lakers!
Bro, I'll never forget the fucking year, bro.
Kevin Love
it was like Kevin Love, Clay...
Russell
Westbrook and Melo, and I'm just like, I don't know where we're getting this money from, but
what
fucking happened?
It was damn near.
We ended with nobody.
Right. We had Jeremy Lin that year.
Right.
Y'all end up with Jeremy Lin and Brook Lopez.
We had Jeremy Lin that year. But everyone straight up, it was damn near a guarantee that we were getting Kevin Love and Klay Thompson, apparently. We ain't never got no motherfucker.
Klay Thompson just went in one more ring.
Like
he was really going to leave that situation. But moving on, who do you guys have as the best offseason? I mean, I know there's a little bit more to go, but I think most of it's settled besides this Dame trade, and maybe we might get another surprising trade or two.
Maybe a James Harden one. Who knows? But
who do you got, Matt?
I mean, I got the Lakers. I mean, maybe you could say some bias is in there, 100%. But we got everybody that we were supposed to get back. We didn't overpay for anybody.
At all.
We got everyone on good contracts, and then we even brought in
good contracts.
Yeah, because I thought Rui and Reeves were out of there, honestly, because of the contracts that other teams may have.
When the
offered.
season first ended, bro, it was like there were reports that there was no way for us to keep them both.
Because like Reeves was supposed to get like a max contract. I was like, whoa, all right, this is crazy.
No one was offering them anything.
If someone would have given him a max contract, I would have been weak.
And so we got everybody
just been hating at that point.
Yeah. They didn't want us to re-sign him. That's all it was. But yeah, no one really was offering them crazy money. We went and got everybody we were supposed to get back. We got Vando back. We got Reeves back. We got Rui back. We got D'Lo back.
And
then we
crazy.
Brought in guys like Gabe Vincent, like Torian Prince, like Cam Reddish, like Jackson Hayes. All guys that are just bench pieces that can just help out when needed.
And it's crazy that Vanderbilt's going to turn into that guy that's going to be a help when needed guy, and that's a disgusting talent to have in that fucking position.
100%.
My best offseason, I'm going with the Boston Celtics. I mean, I love the Kristaps Porzingis deal.
Phenomenal.
I don't want to say Marcus Smart was a problem in Boston, but I think they traded him at the perfect time. Like they somehow got a lot out of that deal. They got more firsts today. They're in a decent spot.
First, that's just funny.
They're in a right. They're in a very decent spot. Still good depth on that team. Blake Griffin's going to be back with them. Love that. I'm just fucking with you guys.
I was like,
Blake.
He really might win a ring before Chris Paul, and that's just fucking ridiculous. He's like mad broken down and like just fucking bones. But I like what they got because I think if Kristaps Porzingis gives you what he gave you last year for the Wizards, it's perfect. It's gonna be disgusting. It's gonna be crazy. I mean, I'd like a high IQ point guard in there, which Brogdon can be. But with all of his recent health concerns, we don't know what we're actually gonna get out of him during the year. So I love it. Tatum, Brown, and Porzingis. How do you guard that?
Yeah.
How in the fuck do you even begin to guard that? If
they can stay healthy, that team is just going to be ridiculous.
Those are probably the 3 hardest to guard positions in basketball, right?
Yeah. It's
point guard, small forward, and power forward, or shooting guard, small forward, and point.
And then you're just gonna have time. You're gonna have
all the wing shit.
Time Lord or Horford just focused
it's like
on.
Dudes barely have one wing to guard one person.
Now you
let alone three.
And they're at all sizes. You got a regular ass shooting guard size.
This is a 7-footer. You can't even have a wing guard.
What that does is you're not gonna have the ability to double team Tatum and Brown anymore because you could get away with that on last year because I'm fine with letting Horford.
Smart wasn't gonna hit
Smart
that
and Horford. I'm fine with them shooting. I mean, they're not they're nothing to laugh at, but I'm fine with them taking a shot over Tatum and Brown. Now it's kind of like. Wow, because if Brogdon's
just as good of a fucking shooter, Loki.
And if Brogdon heats up, we know what Brogdon does. Brogdon's annoying as shit.
And just on the same, if Derek White's in the lineup,
Derek White's annoying as shit.
He can really heat up. He can go on slumps, but he can really heat the fuck up too. Right. So that team is really dangerous. Yeah, the Celtics and the Bucks. Please give us a conference finals of the Celtics and the Bucks this year, please. I wanted it so bad last year, and both teams just got clapped by the Heat. Whatever. But V-Man, who's your worst nightmare? No, that playoffs was the team who wasn't supposed to make the playoffs.
Worst case scenario for me was what happened in the playoffs.
Bro, but honestly, mine would probably be the team that was also involved in that Celtics trade with the Grizzlies.
The Grizzlies, yeah.
It's very ironic. I say it's very ironic how we both changed our tune from last season. Yeah. Because you hated the Celtics and I hated the Grizzlies.
Oh, yeah. And now here we are.
Now here we are. But honestly, they got rid of the problem. Yeah. Which is why I always told you the one reason why I didn't like the Grizzlies was Dylan Brooks. Yeah. Who got fucking massively overpaid, but we covered that last episode. But, yeah, bro, filling in Marcus Smart for Dylan Brooks. I feel like Marcus Smart is the player that Dylan Brooks
wants to be.
Yeah, 100%,
literally.
100%.
And he can score. Like Marcus Smart can actually do things with the basketball.
Right. And it's and do things on the other side of the basketball. Yeah,
phenomenally.
You have the last two defensive player
the last two defensive player of the years in the guard position and the big position, which is crazy.
Insane.
You still got Steven Adams.
And then you have the high offensive power through Ja and Desmond Bane, Jaren Jackson. Like you just pointed out, you get Steven Adams back, you get Brandon Clark back.
The role players are
so it's
the role players are cool. Like if Derrick Rose gives you anything,
a little is you lose Tyus Jones, but that's not. You feel me?
You replace.
But I like this team. Like the way that this team is structured is a very, very well competent team.
Hopefully Zaire Williams can take another fucking step.
And I'm not gonna lie, you get a couple more pieces, notable pieces to fill out your bench. Not even anything for the starting lineup. Just fill out the bench.
Hell yeah!
And you're definitely rivaling the Nuggets.
Our son Ricky, he loves,
especially now with the moves and Bruce Brown, 100%.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because the Grizzlies,
Bruce Brown was a fucking
they got bench piece. They got the depth, and Luke Kennard was very underrated for the Grizzlies. I mean, they fell apart last year.
Mad threes, mad annoying. Mad annoying.
They fell apart last year, but
he was annoying for the Clippers too.
This team, in its full state, is going to be pretty disgusting. Like when Ja comes back. It's going to be ridiculous. You don't have Dylan Brooks causing all this unwanted negative attention. He's not. You don't have a guy shooting 17 shots that shouldn't even be shooting the ball to begin with.
Josh is going to be shooting something else.
Jaren Jackson took a huge step on the offensive end as well last year, as well as the defensive end. Health permitting, obviously. I love the Grizzlies as possibly finishing first.
Yeah, I was just about to say that their ceiling is definitely first.
Because I kind of get a feel that you guys had with the Nuggets last year with that first seed. If they're healthy, this team should be first, night and day.
Right.
I would love it to come down to the Grizzlies, Nuggets, and Pelicans. That would be mad cool. Obviously, but I'm not a Lakers fan, but. So worst off season.
I'm gonna say.
Oh yeah, before we move on from that though, honorable mention to the Indiana Pacers.
Their
off season was fucking fantastic.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up their depth chart and I'm just gonna go through that real quick.
I love their team. I'm not.
They have so many phenomenal.
And it was like what I said because remember when they were getting ready to break it down, trade Buddy Hield and Turner to the Lakers and shit. I said if they keep it together and they work on it, it could be a disgusting team. Yeah. And now they got Tyrese Halliburton, Bruce Brown, Buddy Hield, Jarris Walker, Miles Turner, Mathurin off the bench, which I would start him at this point because he's disgusting. You got annoying ass TJ Connell, annoying ass Nwora, Obi Toppin, Jalen Smith,
team is like that.
annoying ass Aaron Naismith, Andrew Nembhard.
Andrew Nembhard.
Like, it's a deep team that can do things because Halliburton is a star.
Yeah. He's a star.
Like, if he didn't get hurt last year, this team is right smack in the middle of the fucking playoffs. No doubt about it.
If you had a real solid number 3, because Buddy Hield's supposed to be a 2,
right?
Yeah.
If you 100%. Had a real solid number 3,
Miles Turner was that too. Miles Turner was pretty fucking good last year on the offensive end.
Yeah.
I mean,
he was phenomenal.
Defense, he took a little step back, but on the offensive
end.
No,
I don't mean like a number 3 as in scoring. I mean like number 3 like in position, small forward.
Oh, okay.
Buddy Hield's supposed to be a 2.
Yeah.
I don't. Actual small forward, like.
Honestly, I would. I know you gave Bruce Brown starter money, but I would still utilize him as how the Nuggets utilize him as 6 man.
100%.
Put Mathurin at the 3 where he belongs.
100%.
I think Mathurin belongs at the 2 because Buddy's there. So.
Yeah, whichever way, because Halliburton passing to
undersized for the 3.
Like right? This is what I imagine: Halliburton passing to both Hield and Mathurin, and also being able to score himself. That lineup's going to be.
It's phenomenal.
They remind me of the
Pacers,
Kings.
Thank you for bringing it up, because that was beautiful. Yeah. Pacers had a great offseason.
And
great drafts, great free
Jarace Walker's really good too.
Jarace Walker is phenomenal. He can.
Yeah. And they got Rick Carlisle, not for nothing.
Every year we say there's one of these players in the draft. He can legit be a Draymond type player. Right. Legit. If everything bodes well, he can be that type of player.
Just and like Obi Toppin can as well. No,
that next to a Halliburton, phenomenal.
Lizards. Glizzwads. Yeah, we fucking love Glizzies on the Build Different podcast. Glizzies and Baja Blast. Worst off season, Matt?
I'm going to say Chicago. Chicago Bulls.
Them fucking guys.
Bro, it's just like, to me, they didn't address any of their issues. They had no first-round pick because of the Vucevic trade, so that went to Orlando. Ended up being Jet.
I don't know why they're hanging on to this.
I just all they did was bring in Javon Carter. Lonzo's still hurt. They didn't.
Yeah, he's out for the year already. Like they just know he's out for the year.
They didn't address any fucking thing. They didn't bring in anybody worth any value to change the team. This was an off season they needed to do something and they did nothing. So I just think I
don't know, Ayo Dosunmu they're getting nothing out of. They're about to he's about to be third string point guard.
I just don't see why they didn't do anything. I felt the same way at the trade deadline last year. Why didn't they do anything? And they're still just not doing anything.
I think fully healthy, we've seen them fully healthy 2 years ago. They were, they were pretty decent.
We already know they're not going to be fully healthy
without Lonzo. But I mean, fully healthy with this, they're decent. But Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan, I don't know how many years in a row you need to see that this is one of the worst fits of all time.
3. Apparently 3 years in a row now.
The Bulls are dog shit because I look at their bench and I see Javon Carter, Torrey Craig, Andre Drummond, Ayo Dosunmu. I don't like Dosunmu because I drafted him last year and he gave me.
They still have zero interior defense.
Absolutely nothing.
They still have not much playmaking. They don't really have the best shooters. Team's athletic, cool. That's really it, bro. That team isn't great, and they're just not doing anything to solve their issues.
And I free Zach LaVine, man. You blew it because Zach LaVine wanted to play in Chicago, one of the first people in a while to actually want to be there, and you just blew it. I mean, I still like
fucking blew it.
I like Zach LaVine, obviously not as a number 1 option. We had that argument already.
A 2 or 3,
but a 2 or 3 on honestly, if that Knicks trade had happened last year, I would have liked it somewhat. He would have been perfect around a whole bunch of defenders, but honestly, the Bulls, I don't know what the fuck you guys are doing. I'm sure the fan, being a Bulls fan must be crazy because you went from Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen and some real great shit to just fucking Derrick Rose blowing out his knee.
Before Jordan got there, they were one of the worst franchises too, though. So it's just outside of those 6 championships, that franchise has been one of the worst of all time.
And then you got your hopes up with Derrick Rose, blew out his knee, and then since then you just haven't been able to.
And in the first 25 games of 2 seasons ago, when you had Caruso, with Lonzo, with Zach LaVine, with
Hope.
DeRozan. Oh, those first 25 games, y'all thought y'all was it.
Nah, y'all was talking shit.
They were crazy.
They crawled out of their fucking hole, and then the NBA
Chicago Bulls is back, baby.
They thought they were the shit.
The NBA just beat the shit out of them right back into their fucking hole. Fuck the Bulls. My worst offseason, because I can't pick the Bulls, because I honestly absolutely agree. I'm picking the Trailblazers. As we mentioned, they not really fault of their own, but at the same time fault of their own, because what are you doing giving Jeremy Grant that kind of contract?
That was probably
terrible.
Yeah, and the way they're handling this Dame situation, I don't like at all either, because they're kind of they're being bullied into trading Dame to the Heat and probably getting nothing back, because they said they don't want Tyler Hero.
It'd be a three-team trade. So Tyler Hero would go to somebody else,
right?
And that team would have to send them a bunch of people.
That's my thing. Is what are you about to turn Dame into? Probably. There was an argument I saw that he isn't the best Trailblazers player ever, which I don't know. I mean, because people are saying Bill Walton. Yeah, Bill Walton.
No, Bill Walton cannot. If you want to say Clyde Short, Bill Walton has a total of 6,000 total points, bro. I'm not doing this shit. He had one great year.
He won a chip.
One great year.
Yeah, he won a chip.
That was it, though.
Fuck, that's all Portland got. Damn it, Damn, bro.
I'm tired of this Bill Walton conversation. Get him out of the top 75. I'm tired of that motherfucker,
he has a chip, bro.
I don't give a fuck. Robert Horry has a million chips. Who gives a fuck?
What? Robert Horry would have been the best Portland Trailblazer, too.
Nah, you don't even believe
Look at him.
No, I can't give it to Bill Walton, because I look at his fucking shit, and it's just played 4 years and gave some of the best 4 years ever, and then fucking died.
It's the fucking Trailblazers. What do you expect?
Bro, fuck Bill Walton.
But yeah, Trailblazers, worst offseason this year for me. I don't even know what's going on over there, and it's sad because they still have a decent amount of talent. Yeah, pull up Bill Walton.
Nah, fuck that. You can't say fuck Bill Walton. Because he made Luke Walton. He was a part of the fucking Lakers.
He was a bad coach for us, though.
And helped us win 2 chips.
Did he really help you win 2 chips?
Yeah.
No.
How?
Look me dead in the eye. Look me dead in the eye. You're not looking at me.
Chips, though.
Look me. I don't give a fuck about them. I'm a Laker fan.
How did he help the Warriors win chips?
What do you mean? Wasn't he one of their coaches or something?
Yeah,
he was an assistant.
Exactly.
And then he went to be... But he
without Bill Walton, Luke Walton doesn't exist.
But what is
Luke How many chips does that affect?
Luke Walton
None. It affects 0, man. It affects not 1.
I'm just doing this because Matt feels so passionate because of Bill Walton, bro.
Because look at his...
He had 3 good years.
Oh, so it turned from 1 to 3.
But one was a championship. One was a championship.
It turned from 1 to 3. Fuck out of here.
None of them were fully healthy.
Big Bill Walton. What was you talking about?
None of them were fucking healthy.
And neither is Dame, damn it.
18 and 13 was his best season. 18 and 14, there was the one before. 18 and 14.
With 3 blocks.
That's great. That's great.
Shit, if Anthony Davis gave us that shit, we would have won last
year. That's 3 fucking years of his whole career.
He had 1 fully healthy season for the Celtics and averaged 7 points.
2. Oh, that one. My bad. I would.
Look, he's just trying to discredit the man, bro.
Bro, now let's see. He has 6,200 total points in the NBA, bro.
They made him top 75.
And how many do you have?
Top 75.
Over Dwight Howard?
Over Dwight, over Clay, over Kyrie. What are we talking about, bro? Over Pau Gasol.
I'm pretty sure Kyrie was on there.
No, Dame was. Kyrie wasn't.
This was around the whole time Kyrie was doing this. You feel me?
Oh, okay. Yeah. They couldn't do that.
100%.
They would have gotten He'll probably be on the top 100.
He better be on the top 100.
He'll be on the top 100.
That is completely unjustifiable. There's no other 25 names that you could come up with.
Well, no, I mean by then, because once we get to the 100th year in the NBA, there might be new names, but...
Yeah, just 23 more years.
Either way, who's your worst off season?
You know.
I don't.
Yeah, you do.
Who is it?
We had this conversation the last episode.
In the arms of an angel.
The Rockets. The Houston Rockets.
No, you can't. I mean,
the Houston Rockets.
I can see your argument where they want it be
Let them
good.
cook. Let them cook.
I don't. I could see your fucking
The way that they spend their money is very New York Knicks.
I can see the argument where they're not the best offseason, but you're not gonna sit here and say they're the worst.
Yeah, bro.
They're definitely not the fucking best. They're definitely not.
No, but that's what I'm saying. saying I can see that argument where they're not the best.
They're not the worst. They are definitely the second worst.
How? Because we just gave you 2 teams.
Portland should be the worst. I agree.
Chicago
should be the worst.
They're
not worse than Chicago.
They're worse than. No, Chicago's worse.
Nah, I don't think so. At the end of the day, Chicago's going to.
Houston is going to go from.
We're talking about offseason, not team.
Houston's going to go from the second worst.
Chicago's not the worst. Chicago's not the worst team
about
in the
what
league.
they add to their team.
Yeah, Chicago didn't add nothing.
And neither did Houston.
Yes, they did. They added a top head coach, Fred VanVleet. Dylan Brooks isn't. You overpaid him, but he's a fucking phenomenal defender.
You overpaid every fucking body. A phenomenal. Go ahead, Thomas.
Yeah,
go ahead. Tell me he's a phenomenal defender.
He's on the second all-team NBA. I'm just going off that.
Man, get the fuck out of here, bro.
And he does.
Get the fuck.
He defends.
Get the fuck out of here.
He defends.
I'm just saying.
What?
Either which way, they're going to be going from the second. They're going to be going from a laughing stock and the second worst team in the NBA. They're going to be a borderline play-in team. That's an improvement.
That is a laughing stock.
How are they the worst offseason? How are they the worst offseason if they improved?
Bro,
they improved.
You're borderline
They still improved.
They did improve.
They are going from the second worst team in the NBA to a borderline play-in team. That is an improvement.
Bro, there's only like 4 borderline play-in teams, bro.
There's 8.
Hilarious.
But all right, Matt, give us the rankings you want us to do.
Alright, so this is stupid.
What a lead-in.
But
this is stupid as shit, but you guys are going to do it.
Talking about KG, who is your top 5 Timberwolves players of all time?
I don't even know 5 Timberwolves players, bro. I don't even know 5 Timberwolves players.
I'm testing our history. All
right. So,
we can do this.
I don't want to say obviously Cat. No, we can't even.
Cat's in the top 5 if we're not talking about KG and shit, yes. Timberwolves history, Cat's in the top 5.
Damn, you really challenging us, man. I don't think
Love.
Cat's top 5. I'm about to say
Kevin Love. Kevin Love's in there.
Kevin Love's number 1.
Kevin Love. Ricky Rubio? No, maybe he was cool.
Let's hold the back burner. We got
trash, man.
We got Sam Cassell.
The fact that he's a top 5.
No, but he was a great player for them.
I know, but a top 5 anything that has Sam Cassell on it's pretty good. So yeah, if we're playing Sam Cassell, yeah, Cat, whatever. Fucking throw Cat.
All right, so we got what? Kevin Love, Cat, Sam Cassell.
This was a crazy question.
All right. Are we going based off of their careers with the Timberwolves?
With the Timberwolves. With the Timberwolves.
Because I know you're gonna put Jimmy. I mean, fuck it. I'm putting Jimmy Butler up there. He got them to the playoffs for like the.
I didn't even think about Jimmy.
Wiggins and Zach LaVine.
Well, Zach LaVine only had
he was hurt
breakout season there. He only had one breakout season.
He was hurt most of the time.
And then he got traded.
Who was that second player that you named?
He said Andrew Wiggins, Jimmy, and then.
I mean, Andrew
Jimmy shouldn't be in there, but it's just like, well, like, would he make an all-time team on 2K, Jimmy Butler, for them? I don't think so. Because he did there,
half the team has created players anyway.
I mean, Jimmy Butler walked in. Jimmy Butler walked in, bitched everybody, got him to the playoffs, and left.
Latrell. Yeah.
And this is without Googling, right?
Yeah. I mean, we can.
No, we should Google after. Be like, oh my god.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's Google and see how bad we did because there's probably some dogs on there, but probably not. So okay, we got
AK-47.
That was Jazz.
That's Jazz.
Jazz.
Fuck.
Karolinko. He was a dog though.
Fuck it.
Excuse me. Huh?
Fuck it.
Patrick Beverly, play-in champion.
Nah, no shot.
Anthony Edwards
will be the number 1.
I don't know, but I mean, we're thinking about all these names like Andrew Wiggins and shit. I would already put Anthony Edwards over Andrew Wiggins, over Jimmy Butler, over Zach LaVine, over.
I mean, I'm not hating on that.
Based off of his career with him, I mean,
they've made play-ins.
As an accolade,
they made play-ins back-to-back years. They made a play-in last year?
They did win rookie year. They made play-in last year. They made the playoffs this year.
Yeah, so I wouldn't see they obviously improved after drafting him.
It wasn't Karolinko. There was another fucking big,
Al Jefferson. Al Jefferson was a dog there.
I forgot about that. Paul Millsap.
No, that was the Jazz too.
That was the Jazz too.
Yeah, that was
after Al Jefferson left him. He went to the.
But Al Jefferson for them.
He did. He went off.
For 3 years, he went off there. He averaged like 20 points a game, 20 and 10. But it was only 3 years.
Al Jefferson's one of the most underrated players of all time.
That exact team.
Yeah.
Pekovic.
We're not putting him in the top 5.
He was a dog though.
He was cool,
bro. Somebody else was on that team.
He was more of an enforcer. I wouldn't say he was a dog for that team.
Why did you come up with this?
I don't know. It just came to mind of. I want to find a team.
The moment he said besides Kevin Garnett, I was like, "Fuck."
I wanted to find a team that doesn't have a lot of
the Celtics.
I wanted to find a team that didn't have a lot of storied players and see what we could come up with.
Shit, Alex Rodriguez. Let's throw him on the list.
Holy fuck. 2009 Timberwolves. Corey Brewer.
Bobby Brown.
Corey Brewer. 50-point Corey Brewer.
We're not talking about Corey Brewer right now.
Yeah.
Mike Miller. Oh, Mike
Sebastian
Miller.
Telfair.
No.
You were about to say him. What are you talking about?
Nah, he was better on the Grizzlies, man.
Yeah, he only had like two. He had one season there.
Yeah. Damn, all right, so I'm thinking on this.
Ricky Rubio might be top 5.
Rubio might be.
Yeah,
so we got Kevin Love, Cat, Anthony Edwards, Sam Cassell, and Ricky Rubio?
Yeah. Because they've only been a team since 90, so I wanted to see.
They shouldn't be a team for too much longer.
So, holy fuck. All right, so yeah, we got Kevin Love, Cat, Sam Cassell, Rubio, and Ant.
Yeah.
All right, and then KG,
and I think Ricky Rubio can be interchangeable for Al Jefferson because those 3 years were pretty damn good.
Yeah. Okay,
we got through that. All right. Cool. That was tough.
Al Jefferson was really the only one.
Let us know what you guys think because I'm pretty sure there's going to be some old head like.
Is there any Timberwolves fans out there? Like, let's be real. Don't argue with us on that.
Wally Serbiak.
No, fuck him.
You know how I feel about Serbiak.
Matt versus Serbiak at WrestleMania in a cage match.
Oh, I'd give him the work. So,
the athlete of the week, the built different athlete of the week, is Brook Lopez. So,
of course.
What we like to do is at the end of every episode, give a shout out to some random ass player. Like last year it was Rajon Rondo. Last week, whatever. Brook Lopez? Fuck Brook Lopez? What?
He's the Nets' leading scorer of all time. With 10,000 points.
So yeah, he was out there thugging it with New Jersey. He went through the shit show of the Nets when they got Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett and shit. He was a 20-point scorer, one-time all-star for them. And I think that was the year that they got Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce and all that shit, and they were overhyping him. 1 year with the Lakers, which was probably his worst year in the league.
Which is why I said fuck Brook Lopez.
Yeah, and that's understandable. But with the Bucks, he completely rejuvenated himself, started
hitting threes, all the shit that he needed to do in the Lakers jersey.
And you know what's crazy? I look at
blocking shots.
He only developed a 3-point shot
last year in Brooklyn.
Yeah, when they sucked. So he was probably just chucking and
fucking ain't nobody else going to shoot.
He went from taking 0 shots a game to taking 5 a game when it came to the 3-point line that last year in Brooklyn. And then he came to us.
And then he got another year to chuck in LA.
Yep. And then after that, he actually became a really good 3-point shooter. But no, real
and
quick,
a defender.
Shout out Brook Lopez for one thing and one thing only. When he was in Brooklyn, he didn't have a 3-point shot and he wasn't a defender. He only played on the block offensively and only had a floater hook shot. After that, once he left Brooklyn and started developing and playing with other teams, he's now top 5 defensive player in the league, arguably. And he can fucking hit it from
damn
outside.
Near almost ran away with the defensive player of the year last year.
Yeah. So he's a sniper damn near on the outside, and he's a defensive dog. So for people who say they can't transform their game, they're stuck in a certain mold, that man went 8 years in Brooklyn playing
the same exact way.
So in other words, you're just saying Russ and Ben Simmons are ass?
Yes.
Yeah. I agree.
Fuck it. And with that was another episode of the Built Different Podcast. You guys have any final thoughts?
No, but drink some of that. Not that much.
Well, goddamn,
that's good. That's good right there.
You should drink some of it. Oh my god. Matt was close enough.
We are a joke. Yeah!
Talk about it, baby.
Have a good night. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, share, sell your souls, Belgium.
So what did he drink the water for if you're just going to do it with a full bottle?
I wasn't about to drink yours, so I just said, you know what, let me just try it. Oh.
Like, subscribe, share. Thank you for
Belgium,
watching.
baby.
Shout out to Belgium. They're still watching. Good night.